It's 9ish. Y'all know what time it is. Sports Block with Red Eye. Powered by the Monarchy.
Yeah.
And if y'all didn't know, we didn't win pitch. I guess P said that we didn't inform y'all.
Yeah, I don't think we informed them. I'm not sure. A lot of stuff went down, like around the
Around
announcement
that time, yeah.
Yeah, so focus might not have been on what was happening. But we do again appreciate everyone who did take time out to vote for us and nominate us for all 3 awards this year. Like we always say, we do it for y'all. We enjoy ourselves, but this ain't about us. You know what I'm saying? This is just for y'all for sure. So once again, thank you on that. Show will be back sometime in January. Monarchy will be back sometime in January. Funky Fresh Friday this week.
My bad.
That sounded important.
Kinda.
That motherfucker busted out like blang.
So I said, let's get into it. We always kick the show off with what y'all's boys did over the weekend.
They kicked ass. I'm honestly a little upset they didn't drop a 30 burger or a 30 pack.
I'm not. Oh.
I am a little. Just because I don't care what team it is that you playing, run that shit up.
So you thinking Andy took his foot off the gas?
Yep. Yep.
I disagree.
So this all of a sudden out of nowhere, what's the motherfucking halfback pitch back to the quarterback? You know what I'm saying? That's not letting your foot off the gas. Oh, that's definitely letting your foot off the gas.
Andy took the opportunity against a down team, a bad team that's down good players, to run parts of the offense that he has not had a chance to run against better competition. We ran the ball, you know what I mean? Ran the ball a lot, through the 10 different receivers, and I'm not certain, but the Rams may have had time of possession. With us too, our defense was out there a lot. So I think this was a good. They say you're not supposed to overlook any games, but this was a good tune-up game for tweaking the offense for the rest of the season, and you get a good showing out of the defense. You know what I mean? Nick Bolton is a fucking monster.
Most definitely.
He is a monster.
Let me ask y'all this before we go further with the Chiefs. Are the Rams the worst defending Super Bowl team in our lifetime? Can you think of a team that had a worse season than next year after winning the Super Bowl?
What did Seahawks do? No, they went to the playoffs, I think.
You say after winning the Super Bowl?
Mm-hmm.
Tampa Bay was pretty close when they won in 2002.
The first one, okay.
I'd say maybe Denver.
After
Elway.
Oh yes.
After
Manning.
Denver after Elway and Denver after Manning.
Oh yes.
They definitely fell off.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, they fell off more so after Elway than they did after Manning, in my opinion.
No, they still had a defense after Manning.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. They fell off more so after Elway than they did after Manning. Shit, we signed the fumbler.
I'm okay with it.
I mean, he's practice squad, but
Right.
you know,
Oh, he's gonna get on the active
y'all got
roster.
Brandon Williams too, from the Ravens. Or well, his last team was the Ravens, the defensive tackle.
What?
Yeah, I just picked him up today.
I missed that one.
Yeah.
We also got a wide receiver from out of Oakland.
No, I didn't see that one.
Edwards. Brandon Edwards or something like that. Oh my goodness. That is a large man.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Wow. Wow.
was he playing?
Defensive tackle.
They could use some DT help, and not on
And
not,
he
not
played under Joe
disrespecting-
Cullen before, our D line coach.
Yeah, and not disrespecting you know what I'm saying, the D line that's currently there, but he's a good rotational piece.
Oh yeah, he's gonna stuff some run, bro. This motherfucker right here, jeez.
So do you think that they weren't satisfied with what Saunders had been doing this year?
No, I think they are satisfied
Oh,
with
they
Saunders.
are. They're very satisfied.
But I
with
think
what
they,
Saunders is
I think
doing.
they just want to bolster it and make sure that if
But they-
somebody goes down, that
Well, this is also the
Rotation
time of
shot.
year that, you know what I'm saying, if you can get deeper at a position without hurting the roster overall, you do it.
Mm-hmm.
And a D, because remember I said a couple of weeks ago they need to sign another D lineman. That way, Chris Jones can catch a breather here and there, even though he don't necessarily need one, but he can't. You know what I'm saying? You can, hey, go ahead and sit back these 2 downs.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And, all right, go ahead and kill him this 3rd down. But the boys look good Sunday. Kelsey is not the greatest tight end of all time. Okay, no, he's not going to be.
So he's not even in the conversation?
He's in the conversation, but he's not. In my opinion, he's just not going to be. Don't get me wrong, Kelsey's cold. But you know who was cold too? Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah.
You know who was cold too? Shannon Sharp. You know who was cold too? Kellen Winslow. The man who they really owe what they do, what they're able to do now too. Mizzou alum, by the way, M-I-Z-Z-O-U. Bowl eligible Mizzou, M-I-Z-Z-O-U.
Let's go.
Whooped up on them Arkansas Razorbacks. That's right.
Now you know they trying to turn that into a rivalry now.
Oh, that's our new rival allegedly.
I don't like that. I don't like that.
But even before we got to went to the SEC, they were trying to turn that into a like a secondary rival of some sorts. And I'm like, Missouri ain't never really had no squabble with Arkansas, except for like basketball when Nolan Richardson was coaching down there.
Brian Edwards was the wide receiver we signed. He was with Falcons this year, but he was a 3rd round pick from the Raiders in 2020.
Damn, what was that, 19 and 20? Are any of the Raiders picks from those years still on the squad?
Forget about it.
Yeah, some of the picks are, but they're not, none of the first round picks.
That's crazy.
Like the Raiders' last 3 years of first round picks are no longer on the squad, I believe.
But they just got rid of the safety that they had. I can't remember dude's name, but they cut him because they were trying to find somebody to trade.
Trade for him, and everybody's like, nah.
It's like we'll just wait.
We'll hold
hit
off.
waivers.
You know, Chiefs might pick him up if Because, they'll pick a nigga up that was waving a...
Well, they're saying
AR.
Thornhill might be hurt.
Who?
Thornhill.
Man, I like Juan.
But I like Cook, Brian Cook, too. I want to see him get some clock.
Does Thornhill come back for year 5?
Probably not. We probably trade him.
I like Thornhill.
I like him, too.
But do you think he's done enough to where another team would actually give up compensation for him?
No. I don't.
I mean, what was it, second round pick? Second, third round pick?
Second round.
I could see somebody giving up a fifth for him. I mean, he is a legit starting safety in the NFL.
Yeah.
I like Thornhill. I liked him when he was a rookie. I liked him when he was at Virginia.
I think they kind of did him dirty. Benching him and shit.
He didn't I don't know, man. It was fucking Sorensen.
Jesus.
It's fucking Sorensen. That's what it was.
I definitely got to smoke to that. Jeez.
Just bringing up his name make you want to...
Speaking of which, have we seen any high or low lights from Sorensen on the TV?
Man, I don't let my eyes watch that shit.
But that is the worst...
I got to make sure he's still on the
in
Saints.
the NFL.
You say what?
I said that's the worst division in the NFL.
The NFC South?
Mm-hmm. if the
Oh yeah, because everybody's way under 500.
And let's see
The Buccaneers would
are 5 and what? 5 and 8 or 5 and 7?
5 and
They
6,
number
5 and 7, 5 and 6 or 5 and 7. One of those two.
And if the playoffs, I just saw if the playoffs started today, all the teams in the NFC East would make the playoffs.
And all the teams in the AFC East would too, wouldn't they?
With the exception of New England, because I think the Chargers got that number 7 spot right now.
You know what? I am on the.
Yeah, because we're the only team that's going to, like, if the playoffs start today, y'all would be number 1. Miami would be 2. We would be 3.
Yep. Kansas City, Miami, Tennessee, Baltimore. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then Buffalo, Cincinnati, and the Jets. And New England is right there on the outside looking in with the Chargers. Hey man, I like the Jets.
If the Chargers don't make the playoffs this year, though,
again, you got to emphasize the again part. Because see, I'll say you have to emphasize the again part because I'm tired of motherfuckers acting like Justin Herbert, even though as good as he is, as nice as he is, has done even half of the stuff that Patrick Mahomes has done. And they compare them like they're just.
But counting stats, like when it comes to yards, when it comes to touchdowns, he's definitely up there.
Oh, Justin Herbert is, man, look,
but the wins,
great for your fantasy squad. But I got a feeling that he ain't got that dog in him in the playoffs. Because he ain't got to the playoffs.
We got to see him get there first.
Man, somehow, ever since he's been starting quarterback, somehow every season, they done just like barely missed the playoffs.
Hey, I got a homework assignment for us after the show.
I'm going to flunk it.
We got to figure out who the fuck this Saints dude is. And it better not be Dan Sorensen.
That's the Kappa.
Yeah.
That ain't Taysom Hill.
I don't know. Could be. And the hats, he's got a hat on, so I can't tell.
They didn't say in the.
No, but somebody said Dan Sorensen got a chill, so that's why I need to verify. I know it's not
I
him,
don't
but
think
oh my
that's Dan
goodness.
Sorensen, but that'd be hilarious if it was.
Oh my God. Oh my goodness.
I can see Dan Sorensen being a Kappa. That's
At
funny.
BYU. At BYU.
At BYU. Like, how'd that work out for you, Dan Sorensen? I didn't know they had a chapter up there.
I think Holly Rod would be offended at the shimmy.
Oh, man. Ooh, shit. Let's see. Rams are definitely a shell of what they were of the team that won the Super Bowl last year.
Missing a lot of parts.
Yeah.
Key parts.
It's I don't know if there really is Ram fan, but if there is, but the Ram fan that does exist, I kind of feel bad for him because this is a terrible drop from last year, and ooh. It's I don't understand for real. I mean, I know you're missing some parts, but I bet it ain't fucked them picks now.
Hey, that's the thing. That's the other thing. Yeah, they played cryptocurrency with they cap.
But they did win the chip, though.
They did win the chip.
Yeah.
And they went all in.
But it was a cost.
But
and it was more of a cost than they anticipated.
They went the 1990s all in.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Where now your franchise is fucked up for the next 5 years.
We're going to be selling Super Bowl hats the whole time.
But I mean, what they've done with the picks that they have had, like after I think it was after the third round, I think it said like 75% of their squad is third round or after that they did actually draft. Now they did use a lot of those picks.
They kind of didn't have a choice. They gotta play somebody.
I mean, getting a bunch of superstars on your squad, you gotta supplement the rest of your team with something.
Oh yeah, that's real. Hey, I know when he said "fuck them picks," I felt him, but I also, what I immediately thought about when he said that shit. 2015 Royals.
But it was amazing that Dayton Moore of all people said "fuck them picks," or "fuck them
fuck them
prospects."
Prospects.
Yeah.
Fuck them specs. Hey.
Yeah, that was amazing.
But we got the chip, though. See, and that's my thing. If you get the chip, you know what? I'll take 6, 7. Shit, I'll take a decade of a terrible team.
Man, fuck what you talking about. We already took 30. We took 30 years of some bullshit to get this chip.
But y'all still had squads like the whole 90s. Y'all were at least competitive throughout the 90s. Early 2000s.
Okay, so that was still 25 years ago.
Okay.
No, I was talking about the Royals. My bad. I was thinking about the Royals. I was like, nah, that's still 25 years ago. But the Royals was definitely sucking ass. The Chiefs were nice. To a degree. But everybody deep down in their heart really did know that squad was not going to win a championship.
Was the 90s Chiefs?
Yep. Everybody knew deep down. You know why we all knew deep down?
Carl Peterson.
Marty Schottenheimer,
yeah.
Marty Ball was not going to win you a fucking ring.
So how y'all think the Titans can win? Because we play Marty Ball.
Y'all don't play Marty Ball.
We play nothing but Marty.
Because Tannehill
better back.
at time does stretch the field.
Or does throw on first or second down.
Or Vrabel does call pass plays on first or second. You all.
It's rare.
You're predictable, but you still have unpredictability. Nah, Marty Ball. Nah,
They just three yards and a cloud of dust.
that's it.
First,
And
second,
and,
third.
and y'all front seven is
It's pretty
way
nice.
It's more dominant than our defense was at that time. The front seven, I think overall, our defense is still better
Y'all
defense.
definitely had better corners.
Yeah,
and better,
of course, safeties. Yeah,
I can't say safety, but definitely corners though. Because Byers are all pro. Like if he's not the best safety in the league, he's definitely top 2.
yeah. It's hard to. You're not wrong. It's just really hard to see with him on that team. Yeah, because that dude's a pain in the ass for sure.
Yeah, Marty. Yeah, we were basically 2022 Marty Ball with a little better quarterback.
Nah, y'all may you may run something slightly parallel to Marty Ball,
It's like a stunted run and shoot.
but it's angled.
It's like run and throw rocks.
Yeah, Marty Ball was just you just had if you picked the right hole, you smash in the play. Hell, you could pick the wrong hole if you got the right linebacker and you smash in the play. Marty Ball was good for inclement weather. Marty Ball was good for a team that didn't necessarily have a quarterback that had the best arm, which is two things that the Chiefs had: inclement weather and quarterbacks that didn't necessarily have the best arm. My bad. Gerback and what's his name? Played at Alabama. What's his name? The draft pick. They didn't have no business playing.
Alabama draft pick?
Yeah. Brody Kroll. They start images of them starting multiple games started flooding my head. My bad. It was all bad.
That dude was an NFL quarterback for y'all.
Man, for a while.
That wasn't Peterson. That was the last Peterson pick, wasn't it?
Brody Kroll?
Yeah.
Yep. I'd say so. Or one of the last ones. If not the last, the next to the last. And I remember watching Brody Kroll when he was at Alabama. And I was like, this guy ain't got it.
Even on the college level.
I thought
No, on the college level he had it. You know what I'm saying? He was exactly what Alabama. But Alabama that year was damn. I can't remember who was in the backfield, but all he was doing was turning around and handing the ball off. He had like 4 running backs
that nigga looked like
that were
Joe
going
Namath.
that were going to the league.
This is the reason he got drafted.
Exactly.
But
And his girl is fine.
But I thought when they drafted him that they were going to return to Marty Ball. And if they would have returned to Marty Ball, he would have been okay.
Oh yeah, because all you gotta do is turn around and hand that motherfucker off.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, play action. Maybe a little bootleg here and there. But yeah, everybody, if they're honest with themselves and they're a Chiefs fan and they're honest with themselves, they knew the Chiefs wasn't going to win.
We were just starving for the Chiefs to draft a quarterback. Period.
Yeah.
And that was the third round. That was the biggest investment in quarterback we had made in.
Now you want to
30
talk
years.
about Chiefs fans where they should be where they should be disappointed was the Dick Vermeil years. Because they were running up the score. They were averaging like 32 points a game.
It wasn't stopping nobody.
And wasn't stopping nothing. do you lose averaging 32.6 a game or something stupid like that? I'm like, damn.
Yeah, I don't say that playoff game against the Colts, there was no punts.
Whoever had the ball last was gonna win.
That was bad. That was bad. That was bad. That was bad. And Vermeil did not get burnt enough for that. He did not. That was bad, man. Like that man did not give a fuck about defense. He just didn't.
On Madden, those Chiefs offenses under Vermeil were some of the highest rated offenses ever. Across the board. Running back, Priest Holmes. Wide receivers, Dwayne Bowe and I can't even remember who else it was. But it was
Kennison and
Kennison.
Yeah.
Y'all Bo Richter one of you, didn't you?
Bo Richter.
Tight end. You know who. TG.
Offensive line was
an all-timer. Man. And it was Trent Green. Man, Trent Green still has some zing in that arm. So if Chiefs fans want to be disappointed, they should be more so disappointed in the Dick Vermeil years than the Marty years, because I actually did expect them to win a champion or at least get to a Super Bowl in the Dick Vermeil years, because you dropped 50 like 3 times this year. How you can put out the first playoff game? Son of a bitch.
I was saying Priest had, what was it? I think they said like the best 3-year.
Yeah, the best 3-year stretch of a running back, like almost ever. Dude, how y'all not win one fucking playoff game? How are y'all not even the number 1 or 2 seed every year? So you mean to tell me y'all couldn't put enough, just some half-ass straggler bums together?
No, that's what they was doing on defense.
I mean, even more so. I mean, damn.
They really weren't trying.
They weren't trying at all on defense.
They really weren't trying. If you can do that in St. Louis, you can do it on the west side of the state here.
I was like, yeah, kind of, but, you know, we from Kansas City. Dude. We like a little defense. We used to Derek Thomas. And this is nothing like that.
Well, I say speaking of DT, if he had, let's say he hadn't passed and he was on that squad, because at that point he would have been in the league a little bit over a decade, so he still would have been.
He still might have been
somewhat
playing
of himself.
Yeah.
There would have been a decline though, because he wouldn't have had the supporting cast.
But he also would have made some of them cats a little bit better.
Not that front seven.
Putting that or taking away an extra half second that the quarterback, you know what I'm saying, has to be in the pocket. That's got to count for something.
Bro, literally, them dudes, them D linemen could have just stood up, and then let DT go 1-on-1 on his man and see what happens. That's like that's the whole entire goal of the defense is to keep DT from getting double teamed. That is the foundation of that defense if DT is on it. They're still going to run all over us.
But DT going to come off that edge.
He's going to come off that edge.
Like a soaring hawk.
Like a Soren said.
Oh. Oh. Rest in peace, DT.
Rest in peace, Soren said.
Damn.
he was such an integral part of y'all Super Bowl run. Y'all got to give that man some respect.
Hey,
You got to.
Integral part? Integral. I don't know about
It
integral.
was a couple games where that man he really saved you.
He.
Because
I'm not
they-
saying he didn't play ball in a couple circumstances.
because they played him in the best position for him to be played. He was in the box safety, and he was not taking a step forward at all. He was you know what I'm saying? He was dropping straight back into coverage, and whenever they did that, he'd wind up right in the right spot at the right time. That last year, I don't know what was going on. I don't know if it was him, if it was Spagnola. I don't know who was going, but it was terrible.
Not good.
And that was unexcusable. So here we are. Man, I tell you what though, if I could get one person from last year's draft, and plop him into the squad, it'd be Sauce Gardner, man. Hey, that boy cold.
He's good.
Hey, that boy cold.
He's good. He's a good one.
Yeah, I put Sauce back there with them youngsters. Be like, Sauce, man, don't wear your chain during the game.
You got to. That's what make him sauce.
What's my name,
I
though?
gotta wear my hot sauce bottle, coach.
What's my name, though? Mm-hmm.
Whew. Man.
So how long you think before he takes Ramsey's spot as best corner in the league? Or does he have a way?
Is
to
Jalen Ramsey the best corner in the league still?
Well, after this year,
After
Last year, he wasn't great.
I say after last year, he was still best corner in the league, though. He just wasn't tested a lot last year. This year, people have gone at him, and he's lost a few. I mean, he's won more than he's lost, but he's definitely lost a few, and they've been some type plays. So, I think it'll be at some point, probably towards the end of next year or the beginning of the season after that. I think, because the title of best corner, you really only get to hold that for like 2 years, 2.5 years, maybe 3 seasons. You know what I'm saying? If you nice, because how long was Revis best corner? You know what I'm saying? And when Revis was best corner, he was really like one of the best corners I could think about. You know what I'm saying? I was like, God damn. But when Revis fell off, ooh.
Hey, you know, I think offensive coordinators are what made lockdown quarters in the past 15 years. Because people only get the reputation of being a lockdown corner after they have one good season, and then offensive coordinators stop throwing to their side of the field. That's what you got to do to be considered one of the best DBs in the league or corners in the league. I feel like they should challenge these corners more,
especially with the rules.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Oh, the Chiefs do.
You're gonna get bit, but if they're the best corner in the league, then they're gonna bite you one way, shape, or form anyway. Attack, man.
Oh, I think the Chiefs do a good job of that.
Oh yeah, they don't avoid the side of the field. Never.
Nah, they gonna do what they gotta do.
But I think that philosophy is what actually makes the modern lockdown corner. I mean, shit. Marcus Peters for half a second was considered a lockdown corner, but it was mostly because people wouldn't throw it his way.
But when they did, he was getting picks though.
And he was getting picks.
Yeah, because there was a time when he was with the Chiefs, he had more, almost as many picks as pass attempts his way. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Because if he threw it over there, he was yanking it. But he was also going off script on a consistent basis.
Yes.
And
he was Dan Sorensen with a little bit more giddy up.
A little bit? That man had all the giddy up. Marcus Peters he's a nice player. But he's almost not the same level of, but the same mentality of a Junior Seau. I know what the play says, and I know what I'm supposed to do, but my gut is telling me I need to do this on this play.
Oh, Peters is toast
I'm gonna
now,
do that.
though.
Huh?
Peters is toast now, though.
I believe it because
it's
been past that 3-year period.
Mm-hmm.
Corners, if you cold as a corner, if you super cold, it's like 3 years. Mm-hmm. But if you nice as a corner, you could be nice for 10, 12 years. Just be nice your whole career. You know what I'm saying? Man, because a lot of times the drop off from super cold isn't to nice. It's from super cold to ooh.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We can't even play you with safety, big dog.
That's one of those positions where it's glaring. Like once you fall off, you can't really hide it. You can't.
Yeah, no.
You can't scheme your way out of that. Nothing. It's just you just out there looking real bad.
Extra bad. Now let's see here. The Titans lost this weekend, didn't they?
Yep.
To the Bengals.
Took an L to them Bengals.
Again.
Sadly enough.
Y'all can't beat the Bengals?
Kicking field goals down 7 with 6 minutes to go. That's the type of shit we was on.
Y'all was on.
Hey.
Now that was very Marty Ball.
That's what I'm saying.
That was fairly Marty Ball right there. Yeah, I give you that.
6 minutes to go. Let's kick a field goal. This 13-20. Let's make it 16-20 and hope we get the ball back. It's like, for what?
See, that's the mistake that a lot of teams make playing y'all is not attacking. Like that's how we got off. That's how Cincinnati got off. Is that you don't just shy away from the reputation. You know what I mean? You play
Cincinnati
the game.
Still hasn't fixed that offensive line for pass protection.
Nope.
Because y'all was still in that backfield. I was like, damn, this looks just like the playoff game. And it looked just like the playoff. It was the playoff game all over again. I was like,
they spent all that damn money.
Man. I think that I picked the Bengals. Let me see.
Yes, I know I picked us just because.
Oh, no, damn. No, I picked y'all. I fucked up.
Yeah, you really did. Because I have an excuse on why I did it. Man, but why is it in the NFL, like teams that start off for a couple of years with a bad offensive line, it's almost like they continue that no matter what they do. Because like the Bears are probably like the last 5 or 6 years, they've had a terrible offensive line.
That's because their scouting department isn't necessarily, I won't say up to par, but if you keep hitting, keep swinging and missing, but you don't change batters. So in other words, they need new scouts. They need new coach. Bears just need a revamp top to bottom. I got I got people in Chicago and they tell me all the time, they like, man, this just fucked up, man. They just need to just start all the way over. I'd be like, damn. So yeah, it's rough, rugged in the Windy City.
But with a squad just like last year, like everybody knew if the Bengals had a better offensive line, they probably would have won the Super Bowl. And they knew that was the issue, so they threw a lot of money at the problem and still couldn't get it fixed.
They just threw a lot of money at the problem.
But in the NFL, what more can you do?
I mean, well, you can pull it. You can pull a Chiefs and the Orlando Brown, because Orlando Brown wanted ridiculoso, and the Chiefs was like, hell no, so.
And I think it was because when he went to go sign his deal, he had on the outfit that he was wearing in that picture.
Hey man, I saw that picture.
Hey, hold on. We got flexed out of the damn
We was just talking about
Denver game. Yeah, good. I'm glad.
What is it, Chargers Dolphins?
Get some regular sleep. I'm old. Nah, I ain't gonna lie. Even back in 10, 15 years ago, for some reason, the Sunday night game always, I'll be like, and I'll mess around and I'll go to sleep and I may wake up at like 1 or 2 in the morning sometimes, or most times, and then change, shower, do whatever, and then go to bed for real. A lot of times I'll just fuck around and be done slept till the morning.
So y'all done had more than a handful of primetime games this year.
Man, I love the attention, but I'm tired of Sunday night. That's 7:00 kickoff, 7:30 kickoff is a motherfucker. Wrapping up a solid 10:30, which grand scheme of things, not late, but reality, Sunday night 10:30. Got to work tomorrow morning. I'm either mad or I'm happy. But then I'm mad because I got to go to work in the morning. So, what you supposed to do? It's hard out here being a Chiefs fan. It's hard out here for the Chiefs fan. Yeah, I don't know how much of that we can sing either.
Man, let's get into that into the college championship. So we got all right. So we got Georgia at number 1, Michigan at number 2, TCU at number 3, and all 3 of those squads are 12-0. Then you got USC with 1 loss at 11-1 at number 4, and then that's the top 4 for the playoff right now. So then they got Ohio State at number 5, and then Alabama at number 6 at 10-2.
And I think it should be Tennessee at number 6 instead of Alabama.
And they got Tennessee at number 7.
I mean, I know it's just one spot, but it's kind of a crucial spot.
Yeah.
Because if TCU mess up,
yeah, so they'll definitely find a way.
they're going to figure it out.
And you know what?
If USC mess up,
yeah, I'll say if USC, that's the one right there. They gotta run the table. Cause
yep,
if they lose, it's definitely a wrap for them.
because Pac-12 is boo boo, but ooh.
I ain't follow college this year, y'all.
Boogity
I
boo.
can't comment on it.
Ooh.
So I really think that if TCU loses, they will find a way to get Alabama in the top 4.
Oh yeah. They'll slide USC up to 3, and then leapfrog Ohio State somehow.
Yeah, cause I say they coming off a fresh air. But they're not going to have to worry about that because in 2024 apparently there's going to be an expansion to 8 teams.
Which would mean that Ohio State, Alabama, Tennessee, and Penn State would be
what I mean,
the playoff contenders.
I think this is all still a crock of shit though. The way they put this seed together and bracketed together, it's like I don't know. I don't know if there's really a way to put a system together that's going to actually be representative of a champion. I mean, in one, there probably needs to be another subdivision of football. For real, 132 teams is too much. That's too much. And you want to try and determine a champion out of all of those schools?
So, do you think it would make more sense just to have one big conference? Like we just call it the championship conference. So you have, let's say, like maybe 50 teams that can actually win the championship every year.
I think you have it something like similar to high school. You have like a big division, small division type deal, right?
That's what they
And if you do it like that, you can enforce relegation. You could do relegation in college football. I think that would be a good way to do it. So like your top 132 teams, so your top 66 teams, right, will be the ones that can actually compete for a national championship, right? Okay. And your bottom 66 are playing to get in. And so based on your record, like if you're only like a 3-win team or some shit like that, right? There's a chance you might get relegated.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
So you're talking about like the Europeans do
like with soccer, yes. Okay. Yeah. I think you can't do that in pro football, but I think you could do that in college. I think the setup is perfect for that because you have rich schools, poor schools. This is like you have rich towns, poor towns in Europe that the ecosystem services everybody proportionately as well. I think you probably need to end up breaking it down like that. Upper level, lower level, have relegation.
It actually makes sense though.
And do away with everybody's motherfucking TV deals.
That's never mind.
Hey, do with everybody's TV deals and redo a national TV deal. At least for the bottom 66.
But then you're dealing with if you're saying with regulations or relegating them, then
If you get relegated to the bottom to the bottom half, you should not have rights to a TV deal.
But what about when you make your way back up though?
Then you get then there's a TV deal already slotted for you.
Damn.
That's a whole lot going on with that.
It is, but now you really got some parity. You know what I mean? You really got a chance of a team, of an ascending team, right? A team that can be middle of the road in the lower division, end up building their program up to a level where they can actually.
But what about the squads? Like, let's say you have a team that's in the lower division. How long before they can make their way back up? Like, let's say they have an undefeated season, and they're really not playing for anything at that point, except for to get back up into the larger division or to the, you know what I'm saying, to the big division.
Yeah, I feel like if you have an undefeated season in the lower division, there should be a way to trade you in with somebody that has like a winless season or something like that. You know what I mean? But the rich are allowed to still be rich, right? And the poor people got a shot to get the rich money. But as far as that TV deal shit is concerned, you got to slot that out for the entire system. It's got to run through the NCAA, but that's how you make this shit competitive. I mean, outside of that, we're all still gonna be talking about the same 32 teams that we trying to put into 4 slots.
Eventually, it'll be 16.
Even 32 into 16 slots. I don't think 8 slots creates justice in the format. Now
It's definitely better than 4 though.
It allows a few more people into the money. But obviously the landscape's changing. They got to change their whole economic system up.
So how many games do you think are too many games for college athletes in football?
I don't think it matters, man.
Because I mean, if we talking about a 16 game playoff,
Man,
that's an extra 3 on top of
Man.
the 12 to 13 that they're playing before the conference championship game.
You might as well let them niggas major in football, dog.
Most of them are though.
I mean, like straight up, like major in football and every aspect of it, high school, college, and pro. Like you take classes to learn about this shit, and so if you good enough, you get drafted, then you prepare to be a professional, right? If you don't make it into the pros, then you prepare to work on somebody's staff doing something. I don't think that's unreasonable.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
Right, it's a multi-billion-dollar industry.
get in where you fit in.
With more implications than, dare I say, history. Being a history major, you know?
So let's get into this good fantasy. I actually got a dub this week. I beat James by about 40. Josh Jacobs had the game of his life.
Boy.
Man, so you got me, I think almost 45.
All right, you got Josh Jacobs.
Yep. Yeah, he gave me 45. So I'm still outside of the playoffs by a game.
Oh shit, son. Rockwell lost to Devi.
What?
Yep.
That's some bull.
She got you by like 2.5 points.
That is janky.
With Lamar Jackson and Derrick Henry sitting on her bench.
That's janky.
I got the dub, by the way.
I'm done with this season.
Yep.
That is ridiculous.
So yeah, league standings
By 2 damn points.
by 2 up. So James still number 1 at 8-4. P and let's see, P and Quarter tied at 2 at 7-5. Rockwell, you at 6-6. I'm at 5-7, and Devin's at 3-9.
3-9. That's jank.
Add Rockwell to the list of victims.
That is jank.
And I'm almost certain that the playoffs start next week. So it's looking like the top 4, y'all pretty much solidified, because there's no way that I don't think I can take that 4th spot.
Man.
So yeah, basically the playoffs start next week. So let's see, yeah, Rocky playing James, and then P be playing Quarter in the first round.
Let's see, what's that, week 14?
No, we still got one more game. We still got one more regular season.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But it starts next week though.
Oh yeah. Next week. Yes. I gotta go ahead and beat down Valley Juice one more time. One more again.
Yeah, felt good to get that dub against Valley Juice. Feel like they had that one coming for a while. It's shaking me. Beat me by 0.6.
Yeah, so you had a few games that were super close. And then in the pro football pick'ems, P's still number 1 with
That's
103 points.
Ooh.
Let's see, I'm number 2 at 101. Rock you at 98, and then Quarters at 76.
It's close.
Bring up the rear.
It's close.
Yeah, say 5 games separating first and third. So I think I'm gonna go ahead and pull that out. I gotta win something.
I don't know, man. I'm going for the double up.
I just gotta quit picking the Titans. That's my issue.
I picked them 2 last week. I don't know why I picked them against the Bengals. Hell, the Bengals are quietly like 7-4.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, say if the playoffs start today, they'd be in it. So have y'all paid attention to the pickups that the Eagles had? Like with Sue.
Oh yeah. Well, I for a hot second, I was surprised we didn't get Sue, and then I didn't know this was the Brandon Williams thing was in the works. Yeah, it can't. I mean, rotational depth can't hurt. You know what I mean? It's not like he's going to take over. The position. Oh, but a veteran guy who's still strong as a fucking ox and can give you some run support and a little bit of pass rush.
And I would say not playing them first 8-9 games, that probably helps too. He's got them fresh legs.
I still don't know what we know about the Eagles yet, man.
But at this point, we at least have to say they're legit.
Oh
Maybe-
yeah.
Maybe not a legitimate Super Bowl contender, but the squad is legit.
I mean, anything can happen in the NFC. Anything can really happen in the NFC. So, I can't even rule them out as Super Bowl contenders. Well, we're just gonna have to see. I mean, do they have any other competition? Like any hard games left this season?
Well, as far as the regular season, no.
They still got another one with the Cowboys, don't they?
Yeah. If they can pick that one up.
But if we talking playoffs though, like do you feel that the Vikings are as good as their record? Because basically in the NFC, it almost seems like everybody thinks that they're pretenders.
What's their record?
I think they've only lost 2.
Yeah. 2 or 3 at the max. I think they are what their record says they are. In the NFC. You know what I mean?
I think you got to look at those two.
It says they're good. It doesn't say they're dominant. You know what I mean?
Well, no, I'm not necessarily saying just that there are 2 losses. I'm saying you have to look at the 2 losses themselves. How did they lose? You know what I'm saying?
And one of them, they got their ass mollywop.
Did they? Was it a tough? We just lost on some last second shit.
No, the Cowboys destroyed their will.
No, the Cowboys whooped
with zit. Yes. Jeez. I mean, skull drug them, man.
Man, yeah, that was that wasn't fair. Quote unquote.
They cut that game off in the 3rd quarter.
It was a drubbing.
I ain't seen nothing like that since the 80s.
Man, that shit was oof.
Think about this. Think about how wild it is that not even 15 years ago, there was still such thing as blackouts.
I don't think there still are blackouts.
No. They don't do that no more.
You sure?
I'm pretty sure.
No, I think there still are, my man.
I don't think they do that no more.
It's a rarity. But
With Sunday Ticket and all that stuff, I don't think they.
Well, that's something different. But
You're
like,
talking about local?
yeah, just like local broadcasts. Oh yeah, that still happens.
I ain't heard of nobody getting blacked out.
Oh, I don't think it happens regularly like it was back in the 90s.
Yeah, so let's see, the Vikings are 9-2. Yeah, the Eagles 10-1. Let's see, the boys are 8-3. Yeah, this is crazy. If the playoffs started today, the entire NFC East would be in the playoffs. And then it would be the Vikings, the Buccaneers at 5-6 because they went in the South. And then the 49ers at 7-4 because they went in the West. thunk it.
Haven't had a blackout since 13.
Shit, who was bad enough and didn't have enough people coming?
Because don't you have to? It's not. You don't even have to sell out. You just
Miami,
have to sell
Buffalo.
Like you have to sell like 65% of the tickets or something like, or 55% of the tickets or something. You just have to sell the majority.
Cincinnati, San Diego did that too. In 13.
I'll say that was at San Diego, wasn't it?
Yeah, I was at San Diego because that was when San Diego really started. The Chargers really started trying to push for a new stadium, and the city kept being like, "Nah, what you gonna do? Move? Where you gonna go?
Shit was like up north.
Ha! In the Raider country, have at it." So what if a new team moves to Oakland, or if Oakland got a new team? What do you think the Raider fans do?
I mean, could another team move to Oakland though?
Would another team move to Oakland? Okay, let's just say that everything was cool for a team to move to Oakland. What do you think Raider fan does? Do they support the new squad?
Nah, because they wouldn't be the Raiders.
There's not another new team is not moving back to Oakland.
I would hope. I almost hope not.
Something's happened. Like a stadium has gotten bombed. It has gotten bombed.
What if it is the Vegas Raiders and they gotta move back?
That's the only scenario. That's the only scenario.
Man, imagine going from those nice ass locker rooms back to
Shit.
literally.
Yep, sewer's still backed up, fellas.
Literally.
Welcome back.
Oh, shit.
Welcome back. I can see Mark Davis fucking that up to the point where he had to go back. And then another team, the Chargers. The Chargers end up moving out there.
Moving into Vegas.
Into Vegas, yes.
Nah, they would have to take the team from them.
From Mark Davis.
Yeah, if shit got that bad, yeah, they're just like, hey, bro, just hand over the keys. It's a wrap. You've done enough.
Dude, how y'all wind up back in the hood?
Hey, if they get rid of Snyder, nobody's safe. Nobody's safe. If they can get rid of Dan Snyder.
But I think if they really do get rid of dude, and he comes out with all the shit that he probably has, like tapes and conversations and shit, it's gonna be a lot of people that.
Oh, you know he backtracked, right? He went and sent a letter to all the owners. Hey man, what y'all heard? I ain't said nothing like that, dog. I'm gonna be working with y'all. Look forward to working with y'all. Figured out a solution here.
I ain't be got no weapon.
I ain't be got no weapon, dog. Like he straight backtracked. He straight backtracked. He said, "No, that's just rumor and speculation."
Don't worry about that. Worry about this over.
Please don't make me sell my team. Please. Please.
Come on, my dog.
Please. Oh, and then apparently Irsay, came out and was talking tough. Apparently he did that all on not again. But apparently he did that all on his own accord. Like that wasn't a body of
because Irsay's
of owners that he was speaking for.
In my opinion, Irsay's back on that shit.
But was he ever off of it though? He's on some stronger shit.
I think he was off of it for a while because we didn't hear nothing from him. You know what I'm saying? We didn't hear nothing from him.
he ain't riding around in the car with $10,000 cash in it no more.
See, that's what it was.
Is he?
He
You
just
sure?
ain't got caught doing it yet.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that. I wouldn't be surprised if he was doing. Matter of fact, he didn't up the ante.
Nah, he just get his shit delivered now.
He didn't up the ante. He probably rolling around with 50,000
Cold cash.
cold hard cash, non-sequential bills.
Nah, but I think Jim just saw an opportunity to pile on real quick. Don't pay attention to my shit.
Basically, I never liked this motherfucker. He can eat a dick. I got some other people who want to say some stuff too, but I'm not gonna do it because they're not on that shit like I am.
I mean, you got to have fucked up to get on Jim Irsay's shit list. Like on his shit list?
Makes you wonder what he did to get on it. Flashback to owners meeting 2016. Jim Irsay was heavy on that shit. And he mushed Dan Snyder out the way in the cafeteria. Called him a nerd.
Shut up, nerd.
Yeah, Irsay kind of a big dude too.
And Dan Snyder never got over it. He's like, fuck you, Irsay.
Irsay said, "You gonna respect my OG."
Oh shit. Irsay said, you know how much shit I'm on right now?
All of it.
Cause I
don't keep the dope in the car no more. I still got the strap.
Oh man. And it's 50,000 cash. I can have you disposed of pretty quick with this.
Nah, Irsay got me 60 something now, man.
Shit, older than that. I thought Irsay's probably about 74.
He might have got off that narcotic because his heart can't last that long.
Oh, shit, he just buy another one.
True, but he ain't necessarily saying he got Rockefeller money now.
No, I'm pretty sure though, if you own an NFL team, you can afford to get a black market heart or liver or whatever he got fucked up wrong with him.
Probably already got some on deck.
Damn, we only 63.
Damn.
Ooh,
That's a hard ass 63.
Jim. Damn, Jim. Yeah, he didn't have to slow down.
But I mean, his pops owned it, so I mean, dude been rich his whole life.
Right.
He been partying his
But
whole
he been
life.
partying. He was partying that whole time till the 90s.
Kicking it. Kick it.
He was on that 70s coat.
Oh, that shit was not stepped on. You had to step on that yourself.
Oh shit. He had a side chick die in a house he bought for her?
Sounds about right.
With money that belonged to the Colts? Wow.
Remember that? That was like
2014?
Yeah, I was saying that wasn't that long ago. I was thinking 2010. But yeah, that wasn't that long ago. I remember that on SportsCenter because I was like, oh shit, what the fuck? I was like, damn, Irsay out here wilding. He on that shit again. And lo and behold, on that shit.
Man. I didn't know he had one die.
That's just the one that they reported.
That they reported. And they probably only reported that one because, somebody called too quick. And that was the next one that they didn't report.
We joke, but that's probably how it happened.
Because, Jim Mercer held that shit.
Whoa.
Allegedly. Well, I mean, shit, he got busted.
I don't know.
Allegedly.
He pled guilty to OWI. 1 year probation. Suspended by the NFL for 6 games, 500 racks.
And I mean, that's nothing.
Yeah, it's nothing.
So that's a Saturday afternoon for dude.
He said it will be.
Oh, he got divorced in 2013, and then in 14 is when he was out there kicking it. Wow. Man. Party animals. Oh, did y'all I ain't looked at it yet. Let me pull it up real quick. But y'all see this picture of Jerry Jones?
Oh, back in the day.
Back in the day?
High school,
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And you know who came out and defended dude?
Who's that?
Stephen A. Couldn't believe it when I saw it, but then
but Monty even said on this show that I still haven't seen the picture yet. Oh yeah, they said he wasn't.
I mean, if you
necessarily doing anything.
Yeah, and the look on his face doesn't have any like animosity on it. He's just kind of looking like, what the hell's going on? So I don't feel one way or the other about it. That shit was 66 years ago. Fuck how you felt then. How you feel now? And I don't think he really feels one way or another about black folk.
Oh, I'm gonna allege he said nigga before.
I know he said nigga before. I know that. He's from Arkansas.
With the hard
R.
The hardest.
The hard R. Nigga. Had a little grumble and growl up under that motherfucker.
He's like, I would like to buy a vowel. 2 E's.
Look at this terrible Herschel Walker Vikings jersey. The bottom part is a whole different color than the top.
Yeah. Is that was that the Pro Bowl or just a regular shit?
I think that was a regular shit.
Yeah, that's terrible. I don't remember that.
I don't remember that.
Did he go to the Pro Bowl in Minnesota?
I don't know.
That I don't know.
Probably.
Not sure.
Say he was all they had up there.
Leroy Hoare was came quickly after Herschel.
Yeah, that was an amazing trade. The Cowboys got that one off.
Yeah.
I wonder if they steal his air.
Did they steal his air?
Yeah.
Nah, that was China. They stole his air, and so he mad about it. So he's gonna make sure they don't steal no more of this clean American air.
Man.
And take it back over to China. I don't know how, but
And he probably thinks that there is a way.
they be doing it, stealing your air. That's right. This ain't just sports talk. It's conspiracy theory.
Hey man, when Jerry go down, that's when the real shit gonna come out.
Oh man, it's
But I think that's why he's never gonna go down though.
yeah, Jerry.
You gonna live forever?
Yeah.
Jerry know where all the bodies are
All of
buried.
No, I'm talking about when he go in the ground.
Ah, Jerry gonna really.
Oh
know
yeah,
where-
Jerry ain't never. Yeah, Jerry ain't. Yeah, he's gonna be clutching that franchise with
Man, but I for real
every
think,
breath.
I for real think dude gonna be on that Mr. Burns shit.
Yes.
Gonna try to
Excellent.
yeah, do the cryogenic.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, get his Ted Davis on
Yeah, Ted Williams.
or Ted Williams on,
Mm-hmm.
and then just be a frozen head.
Man, if you had the money, would you do that?
Nope.
You say, what's the time to go? It's your
Ain't
time
wasting
to go.
this goddamn money on this bullshit.
Man, what if that shit is real though, and like you for real can, at some point in the future, whatever ailment you had, they find
That's
they find a cure
cool.
for it.
That's cool. I'm glad for the people in the future that got the cure. I'm not gonna be one of these motherfuckers that's doing that shit. Cause nope.
Wait, but how that whole shit was just faulty. Like, yeah, I don't want to wake up. 200 years into the future with my head attached to
All you motherfuckers long gone. I'd be like, bitch, I'm PL. No number 15372. Huh?
I mean, what am I going to be able to contribute here? Not near nada.
I wasn't an organ donor.
So no idiosyncrasy. What was the name of that movie with was it Owen Wilson? Idiocracy.
Oh shit.
None of that for y'all.
Man, that's what we leaning towards, it feels like. But I don't want to talk about that. That's for a different show. But yeah, man, I'm just, I don't know. I'm thoroughly not impressed by a lot of stuff, so I'll just leave it at that. Like the Valley Juice Legends, mostly. Thoroughly not impressed with them.
So y'all done y'all's picks yet?
Nah, I'm gonna do them tomorrow when I'm at work.
So looking on the
Yeah, I will put a little bit more thought into it this week if I can.
Yeah, I think I'm automatically not going to. I think I'm going against the Titans automatically.
no, so that's probably a good bet though.
I think.
Yeah, 'cause this week we at Philadelphia.
Damn, I actually think y'all can beat Philadelphia.
I think AJ is gonna go crazy.
Oh, that could happen too.
Yeah, they're gonna force feed dude just to show.
Just to rub it in y'all's face.
just to show.
Oh, he's going to get off.
Yeah, he's gonna act a fool this week.
Yeah, I can see that happening also. But I could also see y'all giving them hella doses of Derrick Henry.
I think that run defense is good enough to where even if he gets 25 to 30 carries, he's not gonna crack 80 yards. But I do see a scenario of us winning, but it's gonna take a hell of a game from Tannehill, and I would never put my money behind that. Wouldn't do it.
Yeah, see, this is where I should have had that footage ready to go.
Okay, do it. Won't do it.
Won't do it.
Where you're saying that Tannehill was a top 10 quarterback.
I really want to pick the Texans against the Browns.
But your boy is back though.
I know. That's why I want to do it.
Man, Texans just they real bad.
They are
That
pretty
man
bad.
has not played football. That man has not played football in what, 2 years now?
It's been a full 20 months?
Year and a half.
Yeah.
Or a season and a half.
That nigga Groper Cleveland.
That's a good one.
But yeah, I really feel like dude's gonna come out there and just act a fool. And it may not be like passing wise, but I think he can for real put up.
What's their record?
Cleveland?
Yeah.
Ain't good. I just saw it. It was what they
4-7.
4-7.
Yeah, 4-7.
So you think it's possible they go on a 6-game win streak?
Hey, real talk though, those 7 that they've lost, like I want to say like 4 of those 7 that they've lost was by a score.
Mm-hmm.
Or, you know what I'm saying? So or less than a score. So it was they've actually been in some games. So it's the record's kind of deceiving, but they've actually been in some games and they're a tough out.
I mean, they got enough run game to, you know what I mean, to hurt anybody. And then Watson being back there, if he's back, then yeah, they look kind of nasty, but I still don't see him. I still don't see him picking up 6 games straight.
I'd bet on them before I bet on the Raiders. That's for sure.
Oh yeah, fair. Fair.
I mean, and did y'all see the stat where if Denver had just scored 18 points in all of their games, they would have been 9-1.
Say what now?
If this year, if Denver would have if they would have just scored 18 points in all of their games, they would have been 9-1 in their first 10 games.
That's terrible. That's terrible.
Rustin, I think we're watching a team that we watched a quarterback that has just for real fell off the cliff. Like we watched it in real time.
It's bad, man. It's real bad.
I mean, it's bad and it's sad. It's bad because just look at it. But it's sad because the man is so delusional that he can't read the room. I don't know what, because it seems like he only has two modes. Mr. Fantastic,
Mr.
my bad.
Unlimited.
Mr. Unlimited, or Corny Russell.
I'm saying no in between.
There's nothing. There's nothing. Else. There's no off or nothing. It's you getting Mr. Unlimited or Corny Russell.
And I really think he's trolling us to a degree at this point.
Thought of which one though? The cornball or the Mr. Unlimited?
If I was him, I'd be trolling broke motherfuckers.
Both.
'Cause I'd be like, hey, yeah, I'm up here with the Broncos and we 3-8, but you see what my check looked like last week? Millions.
Somebody posted his dead cap, 101 million next year. I think 80 was it? It was 84.
It's like 101, 87, I think. Then like 67, then like 53 or something. I was like, damn.
Yeah. He's there for the long haul.
For the forever. Forever. When Cardi B turned around on Love and Hip Hop and said, forever. That's how long Russell Wilson gonna be with Broncos country. Let's ride.
Right.
Y'all better figure something out.
Y'all riding till 28.
Man.
Yeah, I think they said he's the most memed sporting figure, American sporting figure right now.
Yeah, y'all better figure something out.
Doing it to himself mostly.
Cause woo. Ain't no sunshine when she gone.
Damn, but like that's bad. I can't even joke about it no more. It's
bad.
I can't even joke about it no more. I feel bad for Broncos fans, man.
I don't, but it's bad. And then you know why I don't feel bad for the Broncos fans? Because they didn't feel bad for us.
Yeah.
At all.
And I mean, last 25 years they got 3 chips. Ain't nothing to feel bad for.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for them.
No, but that's the point. That's the point. Like their fall is great, and I don't wish that type of fall on.
Ain't no sunshine.
Yeah, yeah. I just don't wish that on any fan base.
But how many squads? And I'm not even talking about football. Like how many squads can say that they've had, I say 2 of the top 10 players at a position that they didn't draft that took them to championships? Because they didn't draft Elway. They got him just because he didn't want to fuck with the Colts. And then they got Peyton.
They redrafted him, right?
Mm-mm.
He just signed directly?
Yeah, because
Okay.
he said he was going to sit out. No, he said he was going to play baseball.
Yep.
So I mean, two of the best ever. Like you can make the argument that Peyton, as far as the best quarterback, like just quarterback. I ain't talking about winning or anything like that. Like you can make the argument he's the best quarterback to ever live.
Peyton?
You can make the argument that Elway is top 5. Didn't draft either one.
I'm gonna say Peyton is the most efficient quarterback to ever live.
Even over Drew Brees?
Slightly, yeah. Yeah. It was just, I mean, the regular season was just Peyton's. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah. I
Like-
definitely give you that.
he was literally practicing for the playoffs. You know, and I don't like the dudes. And I didn't really care for the dude's game after his first 4 years. As a player, I love him as a media personality. But that dude was setting the standard for what a quarterback contributes to your team. Like he contributed more to that offense than any other quarterback has probably done any other offense. Brady did his best shit with Randy Moss, you know what I mean, and Hernandez, you know what I mean. I mean, Peyton had a number, kept the number 1 wide receiver, but outside of that, he was molding them dudes up himself. He was building Jeff Saturday. Hell, he was like, I was watching an interview with him and he was saying that I wasn't necessarily the best physically or anything like that, but he's like, but I just meshed well with him. You know what I mean? And he was like, yeah, that's the dude, and that's why he followed Peyton around and shit. Peyton just needs the right rapport with you.
Right.
Once if you got the right rapport with you, you gonna make some money. You're gonna make some money. Even if you don't make it here, you're gonna sign somewhere else.
And a lot of that is like I think the cats that flourished like with him were the ones that really put in the work. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying, before, after practice. I think if you was one of them cats, like, you may not have been the best, like, physically, but if you could be where you're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? It's like, I'm gonna put the ball here. Like, we're gonna practice this to the point where we can do this with our eyes closed.
His offense is both strategically and execution wise were a language in of themselves. Like the timing and the route running, and you got to be at this spot, you know what I mean? Because he's throwing to a spot, right? He coordinated all that. That was the only way it was going to work. I don't think you can say that about any other quarterback.
Yeah, 'cause thinking back, maybe Jim Kelly in the K-Gun. That's probably the only other quarterback that had that much to do with calling the plays, like, on the field.
Well, that's just because they ran no huddle. But he had Thurman Thomas that whole time. He had a hell of a defense. I don't know, man. I don't know how to judge Jim Kelly's career, to be honest with you, man. I mean, 4 Super Bowls is an accomplishment. But they had some athletes on that on those Bills squads. Peyton's team had some athletes, but they wouldn't. Those offenses weren't comprised of a bunch of athletes. You know what I mean? Shit, some of them motherfuckers was undrafted. And I'll say anytime you bring up Jim Kelly, you gotta bring up Warren Moon. Warren Moon, I think, did that better and still got the same result. He didn't get no rings. You know what I mean?
No, he definitely had more weapons, though.
Did he?
Barring the running back, because I would have took Thermal over anybody that we had around that time that played with Moon.
I think Moon built his players up too, though. I mean, they kind of put that together real quick. And that offense doesn't do the same thing without him.
Yeah.
He just wasn't as successful with it yet, you know. But from an efficiency standpoint, I say it's Peyton. From a raw talent standpoint, man, I think it's gonna be Mahomes, man.
When it's all said and done.
When it's all said and done, that boy is just playing the game a different way. You know, they're trying to set it up to where the execution of the offense is just a language. You know what I mean? And they're just talking and executing.
Now, do you think they have to do that to to keep it fun for them? Or do you think at some point, and I think one of the reasons why they got rid of Hill is because like they almost have to give him more challenges. And taking Hill away, and you know what I'm saying, like telling him you have to start reading defenses, you have to start spreading the ball around to give him something to keep him interested.
They had that.
Well, that's what this year was supposed to be. This year was supposed to be more of the learning curve year because he didn't have Tyreek.
Mm-hmm.
And to a degree, it has been because you see him take the check downs, you see him scramble to get the first downs. You see him sliding, you know what I'm saying, a little sooner than he would have a couple years ago, a couple seasons ago. So it is, but it's not. It's actually way more productive than a lot of people thought it would be. I didn't think it would be this productive, but I knew that it would be pretty nice because it's still Andy Reid. You know what I'm saying? And he's not doing anything with his time besides going to Outback and making plays.
Well, diversifying his targets.
Okay, so Outback, some Mongolian barbecue.
Diversifying Patrick Mahomes' targets
Hawaiian Brothers.
has forced
Probably some Chipotle from time
forces
to time.
him to play the game a different way. I mean, still with the way he plays it, but he has to look at different options. He has to look at different ways to attack defenses because even if we kept Tyreek, we were going to have to do something different. We pretty much caught up to the game what the strengths were in our offense with Tyreek in it. You know what I mean? And we didn't have a run game, and you know, with no run game, we just sit in the cover two and shut that shit down. Now, and I think Andy's even he might even be learning, man. He might be back in that mode where instead of having Kareem Hunt, you build you a Kareem Hunt out of what you got. You know what I mean? But I feel like we're going to be running more, which will give Pat a little bit of a breather. You know what I mean? So that when he gets back into another pass play or a play action or something like that, you're not galaxy braining the whole thing. You know, they're constantly trying to make passes like runs. You know what I mean? When we just need to get some run production.
Just hand it off.
Just hand it off, man. Just hand it off. We get a little too cute, you know what I mean? When Pat knows that fuck it, we ain't calling no more run plays. Then you got to galaxy brain that shit, and that's too much. That's too much to ask of any quarterback. Give that man some run support. Get a man some run support. He's gonna do damage. He's going to do damage the first time they try to stack the box.
That's another reason why it's just hard to understand why y'all can't have a running back that does more. Because they're never going to load the box with Pat back there. Like it's just not gonna happen. So y'all's running back should be eating way more than what they have been. And I think Pacheco, like, they found something in it.
Well, one, Pacheco and his I call it the wild style that he runs with, because it's hard and it's aggressive and it's not necessarily like coordinated. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of awkward. But two, the offensive line didn't have any road grader types before, and now with Creed Humphrey and Trey Smith, you got a nice combination of, you know what I'm saying, center, right guard that's doing some work, and I'm looking forward to seeing them with a healthy Lucas Niang.
Mm-hmm.
The right side of the Chiefs' offensive line could be one of the better right.
You think he's going to end up starting?
I think he might by the playoffs, but for the time being, what's his name? Wiley's been sufficient.
Yeah, he has some liabilities though.
Hey, I mean, there have been times you've had some of the best defensive players in the league on the other side of him.
I mean, with Mitchell Schwartz, he is not.
He is not. But he did do well enough to keep Patrick upright.
Yeah, I would like to see the line make another step up. And like have a game where like it's just them dominating.
What teams do y'all got on the schedule coming up? They even try to.
Broncos.
You say what?
They will be the ones.
The what? Try what?
For the offensive line to come out and just beat a defensive line down.
Oh, one of those Broncos games is going to be a blowout because we got them twice. So one of those Broncos games is definitely going to be a blowout. The other one is going to be some old bullshit, 16-13, 17-13. You know what I'm saying? Something stupid. Chiefs squeak it out. Everybody scratching their heads like, what the fuck happened?
We rested some players or some shit.
No, because we'll be resting players against Vegas last week of the season. That's likely to be Henny time.
I'm good with that.
Mr. Unlimited might go out there and surprise y'all.
He'll surprise me if he don't get knocked out by one of his own defensive teammates before the end.
Why the coach act like he didn't see the confrontation?
Because he's smart. He like, shit, he ain't finna knock me out too. Shit, I got my own stuff to worry about.
Like, man, my name is Bandit.
He said Russell been around long as I have. Shit, he know how to handle this shit. He better figure it out.
Man, when was the last time a defensive player like fought a quarterback or an offensive player? Because it's had to have happened before.
Not sure.
Because I know Buddy Ryan punched who was that?
Kelvin Gilbride.
For not running the ball.
Yeah, but I don't know if I've seen defensive player on offensive player violence. I've seen quarterbacks get into everybody's ass, right?
But that ain't violence.
Oh, that little confrontation between Peyton Manning and Jeff Saturday was pretty funny. Where the left tackle comes in and tells Peyton to go sit down. No, I don't think I've seen that, man. Because you still got to see them dudes in practice.
Boy.
I think that's probably why Russell smartened up and was like, yeah, we really are out here fucking up. Let me shut up and go sit down.
You got it. You got it, big dog.
Cause the show ain't me.
You right, I'm wrong. Every time.
Yep, show ain't me.
So yeah, for games of the week, there's actually some pretty decent games on the schedule this week.
Yeah.
See that actually that Thursday night game, the Bills versus Patriots, that's probably one of the better Thursday night games of this year so far.
Bills Patriots?
And then let's see, Dolphins 49ers. That just my first glance through the schedule for this week, that would be my game of the week.
Who's that?
3 o'clock game, Dolphins versus Niners.
I'm really interested in that game. Miami could pop the top off that defense. They really could. So that's that offense versus Niner defense that is going to be some good TV.
Shit, real talk. I think Giants Commandos is gonna be a sleeper that people gonna mess around and be like, oh man, this is a
Man.
watch.
I will be upset.
I'm not saying it's gonna be the best played football, but it's gonna wind up being a good, entertaining game.
Now at the beginning of the season, and I'm pretty sure one of the preseason questions that I asked was, could there be a conference, or no, could there be a division that sent all 4 teams to the playoffs? And I don't think none of us named the NFC East.
Oh no, not at all.
Oh my God.
But it's really looking like that's gonna be it.
The Commanders do not deserve.
Oh, hold up now. Did you say Jets Vikings?
I'll be a
Because
phone.
that's
Okay, yeah.
that's intriguing.
That's at Minnesota too.
Yeah, that's intriguing right there.
White Mike's in the driver's seat now.
Man, so do you feel that they didn't give the kid enough time?
Who?
What was it?
Wilson?
Yeah, the second overall pick last year. Like they basically
Uh,
the season.
It is sounding like at a minimum a bad fit. And the way that in the little rumors and stuff that you hear on the internet are saying that he's basically talked himself out of the role. Yeah, I think you've had enough patience with him. You know what I mean? You got a good defense. You got good running backs. Wide receivers that are ahead of schedule. Yeah, you should expect your quarterback to do more with that.
But I mean, didn't they give Darnold 2 full seasons?
Not really.
But they went through coaching changes too, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I would go with White Mike
Yeah, man.
for the rest of the season at least.
Yeah, man.
And either draft somebody or get somebody in free agency
He ain't gonna be throwing scared.
to contest for the starting position.
So you would blow another high draft pick on a quarterback after
Nope.
spending
You gonna have to
second overall?
you gonna have to get a
Has to be a third round,
mid-level. You're gonna have to get a mid-level
Fourth
veteran
round.
option, and let him and White battle it out. And you trade Wilson hopefully for a 5th-round pick.
but I still draft a quarterback like 4th round, 3rd round, 4th round.
Right.
If it's an, you know what I'm saying, if someone's available that I got some interest in.
Yeah, I think Salah's done grooming quarterbacks. He's like either White Mike's gonna work out or I'm gonna go get me somebody. And even if White Mike works out, I'm still gonna go get me somebody.
It's just hard benching
You mess around and go get
first-round
Jimmy.
draft pick that went 5-3.
Yeah, but he didn't go 5-3. The rest of the team did.
But he was still at the head. That's just like Jones in New York.
He's just not good. He's just not good. And if you got somebody on the team that's even okay, like you got to consider giving him a shot. Especially if you're trying to slide into the playoffs, right? Wilson's not gonna get you into the playoffs. Not as is. Not as is. But White Mike might throw you into the playoffs. He just might.
The same thing that happened last year though. Everybody forget he had that great game.
No,
Debut,
then
and
he had a
back.
terrible.
Yeah.
So, but I got the locker room has more faith in White Mike right now than they do
Yeah.
in Wilson.
If they was playing against a bunch of MILFs, Zach would be in. He know that game.
Starting all 11 positions.
Right. You ain't got to put nobody else out there, Coach. I got it. I got it.
It's like, why does he keep on getting called for holding?
They love it. That's why. They love it.
It's a couple of pretty bad games on the schedule too. This Jaguars Lions game.
You know what though? That's actually, I believe, a preview of a couple of years from now, a good game.
You think Peterson gonna turn it around down there?
Oh yeah. I think they're gonna mess around and keep their mascot in that thong. It's going down in Duval.
Duval. It'd be nice to see that to see him make that work.
I don't think they're gonna win. I don't think he's gonna get him right enough to win the Super Bowl. But I think there'll be a good, solid, 4 seed, 3 seed sometimes, 5 seed, 7 seed occasion. I think they'll consistently make the playoffs for a while.
Man, was Peterson even that bad in Philly when he got fired?
Nah, he got fired because he didn't really get fired. They agreed to part ways because he didn't want to fire some of his staff and change a couple of things up that way.
Oh.
and they couldn't really afford to just fire him because his contract was big.
Man, he would have looked nice up in the Indy, wouldn't he?
I don't think Peterson got time for ownership to own that shit.
Well, it's Saturday doing whatever he's doing.
Was that?
Man,
No, I say Jeff Saturday up there just doing whatever he's doing. So
I forgot. Did they win or lose?
they lost.
It was close though, wasn't it?
He's 1-2. Yeah, he's lost by like a touchdown and or like 6 points and 3 points, something like that. It's been interesting. It's been interesting, and I think it works out tremendously well for Jeff Saturday because either one, you do well enough and shit, fuck around and become an NFL head coach for the Indianapolis Colts for real, or two, shit, you just resume built unlike any other, and got some tremendous on the job training.
You know, I wonder if Irsay had this planned all along.
in one of his hot states,
Irsay ain't got no plan. His only plan is to get some shit.
No, because Saturday was a consultant, and they are good friends. I'm not making any implications based on that, but ain't no way Irsay didn't say to Saturday, "Hey man, if Reich don't turn this around, man, I'm gonna run him up out of here before the season's out." You down? You down? You down? Can I call on you? Of course, Mr. Irsay.
Nah, I think he kind of sprung it on everybody.
I don't think he sprung it on Saturday. That's a hard position to put a man in, and y'all ain't had no prior conversation about it.
But he definitely couldn't admit that though. I say he couldn't admit that.
Right.
Yeah, he can. Why not?
Because that's tampering.
Yeah, that's definitely tampering.
No, it's not. He was on the staff as a consultant.
Nah,
That's not tampering.
I just wouldn't.
Yeah.
You're not Jim Irsay.
True.
Yeah, he had to have that in his pocket. He told that to somebody early in the season. Hey, if this shit don't look right,
So I'm gonna pull that trick.
fuck it. I'm just gonna throw Jeff up there. Whatever happens, happens. Although John Fox has got to be pissed. I mean, who's the offense? Well, no, they fired the offensive coordinator, but there's somebody up there. There's another.
Oh shit, Marvin Harrison.
No, there's a veteran coach. There's another assistant on the team that was a previous head coach besides John Fox.
Oh shit, I don't know. Shit.
I wonder if he went to John Fox and they was like, "Yeah, I'm cool."
He might have been like, yeah, he's probably like, shit, do you know how much I'm getting for doing nothing?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, there's no doubt. No need for me to put my reputation back on the line anymore.
Not for this shit.
Fuck you mean come back and do some work? No. I show up. That's my
Defense
job.
will be installed on Tuesday.
Oh, John Fox don't even do nothing. He don't even do. He just.
Oh, he don't even do that?
He's. like special defensive assistant
Oh.
had something or other. Oh yeah, he's just man, he got to just get in the check.
But see, that seems like a made up position that Irsay would make up just to have another option to slide in there.
Hey, you would think.
Just in case, break glass.
But you know, shit. Before we close, just remember, Irsay on that shit.
All of it.
I mean, any of it. I don't even know what it is. I'm not even gonna speculate. I'm not gonna limit it.
Party animal.
Nah, he's Mr. He's the
No,
real
he's
Mr.
Mr. Unlimited.
He is definitely Mr. Unlimited. I don't know what Russell thought he was doing, but no, Irsay is
The real.
he has proven time and time again. Oh shit.
And he's the original Let's Ride.
I ain't trying to ride that drag because you gonna chase that drag.
Everything in the truck, the whole damn party for the month.
Man. And it's just the weekend. Damn.
Possibly a dead body.
Allegedly.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Another. Yeah, we better go before we get in trouble.
Indeedy.